Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be looking at the top game from yesterday, which was between Kobi and Cleo Sped. Let's have a look. We've got opening with the King's Pawn, countered with the Queen's Pawn. This is one of my favourites as black. It's called the Scandinavian Defence. As we know, white could take the black pawn there, and then the black queen would have to come out to take it back. And actually, if you know what you're doing, you can bring the queen out here if you study this position. But as you know, the usual principle is we don't want to bring the queen out early. So if I was playing someone else with around this score, or someone else who's not really experienced with chess, I'd be happy usually to take this pawn, let the queen come out, and then we want to attack the black queen. I'd bring the horse out maybe to attack the queen or the pawn. And then you can chase the black queen around and usually you'll develop faster. But interestingly here, Kobi decided to push forward, which is also a fine move. And Cleo Sped also pushed forward with the pawn. So both these pawns can't be too easily protected, because now on the D file here, the white pawn can't come out to protect this pawn. We can use this one in front of the bishop, but the other concept is we've both moved our pieces twice at the beginning. Is that what we want to do? Usually not. I want to move each piece one time. So it makes development a lot slower. Alright, Kobi's freeing this bishop. And I prefer this move by Cleo Sped because it means that white's invested 2 moves in this piece and might lose this piece now. So if I was white, I would defend this piece. I'd bring out this F pawn and try and maintain my position in the middle. If you just take something, then you've then invested 3 moves in one piece, and black just has to take back, and we've lost this important pawn in the middle. Remember also, pawns in the middle are usually more important than pawns on the edge. So I don't know if I agree with this move, but we can also take into consideration, what do we think about black's king now? Is it looking very safe? If I was Cleo Sped, I might have taken back with this pawn, because once we have no pawns on this diagonal, it's a very nice check here for white. Black would have to move the king. Let's see if Kobi sees it, and he's blocked the queen, so probably not. I don't know about this developing move. What do you think about this? Maybe if white's definitely going to castle here, this might be an attack, but we're usually not thinking about pawns on the edge at the beginning. I want to get my horses out and my bishops out, so it seems like some people have forgotten their opening principles here. And this black pawn's actually pretty annoying because, as you can see, white has to offer a swap. There's not many easy ways to get this black pawn off the board, and black can easily bring more pawns down to defend it. So that's again why white maybe didn't make the best decision by swapping off this pawn at the beginning. You want to hang on to your pawns in the middle. So I would have hung on. I probably wouldn't have taken that. But what do we think of white's pawn structure now? Can this pawn be defended much? It's already being attacked by the queen, and now it's a pawn island. It's on its own. So we could have taken back with the pawn, but then this pawn would be a pawn island. So it's a bit messy for everyone, really. What do we think about the queen coming out there? What have we blocked? Are any black pieces blocked now? The bishop can't get out. So I'm not too sure about that. I would have liked the bishop coming out here maybe to pin the horse. And we still probably don't want the queen coming out before the horses and bishops. Guys, we must remember simple opening principles. Horses and bishops out before the queen. White pushes this pawn up, which is not bad because now this bishop's free. We want to attack the black queen. Let's see if Kobi does that. Check. Good idea to block with the bishop. We're ready to castle, and we've got the bishop out. So, if you know what you're doing as white now, we should be able to hassle and chase this black queen. And it should be an advantage for white to be able to do that. Now, what do we think about this castle move? Firstly, is it safe? Have a look on the board. Doesn't look too safe to me. The bishop's here. Attacking the queen, good idea. Queen moves over. Queen is under attack, perfect idea. See, now the queen has to retreat and white can keep developing while black has to run away. And Kobi saw it. Make sure we're checking. Can you take back if you're black? You can. Getting the bishops out, a good idea. The bishop's on a very nice diagonal now. White castles, very good. So if we look at opening principles, who are we guessing is going to win now? Besides white, Kobe just got a bishop, but a castle. But who's developed better? We know white's castle. White's got the horses and bishops out. Black is slow to develop, partly because they brought the queen out early. Alright, so we've got the option of swapping here with the pawns, and if you're white, you're thinking, where's black in a castle? Is there anywhere good for black to castle? Black's only chance is here, so if we can open up these pawns, black's not going to have any safe place for the king. So I'd be happy to take there. We could swap queens, let's see. Cleo Speed decides no swapping of queens. Now it's about time to bring the queen out, because now I want the castles in the middle, so not a bad time to bring it out. If you're black, of course you're asking yourself, what's white planning here? Is white going to attack anywhere? And you'd be extra careful because your king's left in the middle, and this diagonal is opened. The weak pawn is gone. Let's move forward, rather. So what would you do about that if you're black? Maybe have a think about it. We don't want to get checked here because it's going to be a triple fork. So we have to do something about that. I'd probably have to move the king, but it doesn't look good. It's not a good idea to leave the king in the middle like this. So what's black attacking? I can't see anything. Kobe doesn't get the check, but this is also a good move. We could bring the queen up here, yep. And queen's under attack. Queen goes to the end, very nice. It's check. King only has how many options? Have a quick look. So if I'm on a timed game, especially a shorter timed game, it doesn't matter much with a long 10-minute game, but if I'm on a timed game and I've checked black here, I don't have to wait to see what black's going to do. I know there's only one option, so I'm thinking black's going to move over here. And then I can plan my next move straight away. I don't have to wait to think about what's my next move going to be. King moves over. And very good, the castle is trapped in here. So you could get a free castle. I can't see any easy way to keep getting the black king yet, so very good move to trap the castle in. And yep, free castle, looking comfortable for white. Black comes in, trying to get closer on this king side, looks good. And pretty nice fork there, good work Kobe. The castle is protected by the horse. We're attacking the queen and the bishop. Can you put the queen anywhere where it will be defending the bishop so the bishop can't get taken? Have a think about that. I'd be putting my queen down here on c2. I could then attack the bishop and defend my bishop at the same time. Kobe doesn't see that one, but he has attacked the horse, which is good. So now if white takes the bishop, you could get a horse, and it's basically a swap. And there was the bishop to take it with as well. So the bishop can take, and that's actually a better move than taking with the queen, because now he's saved his bishop. If we took with the queen, he's going to lose another bishop. So I like that move. Getting the castle out of the corner, perfect. It's the last piece that has not been developed. Last piece for Cleo Speed not developed. The horse comes off the back. Where are you going to put your castle now? It's under attack. Obvious move. We're trying to get in the corner and get to this king. Horse has to move, or we can defend the horse. Horse comes back. And there wasn't many good options for that horse. I might have come down here. But the king is looking very open and in danger now. Look at this white castle, this white king. Perfect castle position, very hard to get to. If we move the weak pawn early and leave the king in the middle, this is what can happen. So, white continues the attack. Very good check there from Kobe. The king is going to have to move. This is a skewer, and as you can see, the queen is behind. So this is looking like the last moves for the nail in the coffin to checkmate black. Let's see if there's any defenses. Where's the king going to go? Where would you put the king? I wouldn't mind a bit of a counter-attack. I'd at least go here and be attacking the castle, even though I don't want my king coming too far down here. And that's what Cleo Speed does. Kobe's slowly moving in, bringing more pieces in. This king's getting a bit suffocated, and we can't bring many black pieces to come and defend, unfortunately. And instead, Cleo Speed decides to counter-attack, getting near the white king. And if you get too excited now as white here, if you don't keep checking the black king, you'd have to be careful because black could actually come in for almost a checkmate. It wouldn't quite be a checkmate because this bishop could just come back and defend, but it's easy to sometimes, if it wasn't for this bishop, it would pretty much be checkmate, bringing the queen down. So that's why we sometimes move one of these pawns one. So just remember, we have to think about our attack and our defense. So there we are. There's checkmate before black got a chance to attack. Very good game. So just remember, we don't want to bring the queen out early. Make sure you develop logically, and we want to move each piece once at the beginning. That's how you can develop really efficiently. All right, let's see how you guys go today. I'm glad to see that more people are watching my videos, so if you keep letting me know that you're enjoying them, I'll keep making them. Good luck for the tournament, and I hope you guys are doing well if you're studying at home or enjoying if you're going back to school.